Eileen Gu's interaction with reporter over winning silver instead of gold goes viral. Ridiculous perspective. American-born Team China Olympic skier Eileen continues to center herself as the most polarizing subject of the Milan Cortina Winter Games. An interaction Tuesday with a reporter went viral after Gu responded to a question about her winning 2 silver medals instead of gold so far this Olympics, suggesting the question came from a ridiculous perspective. "I'm the most decorated female free skier in history. I think that's an answer in and of itself," Gu said when asked if she saw her 2 medals as silvers earned or golds lost. "How do I say this? Winning a medal at the Olympics is a life-changing experience for every athlete. Doing it 5 times is exponentially harder because every medal is equally hard for me, but everybody else's expectations rise, right? The 2 medals lost situation, to be quite frank with you, I think is kind of a ridiculous perspective to take. I'm showcasing my best skiing. I'm doing things that quite literally have never been done before. So, I think that is more than good enough, but thank you." Gu's answer drew mixed reactions on social media after she had already been a target of immense global criticism for her decision to represent China over her home country, the US. Gu has won 2 silver medals in freestyle skiing in Milan Cortina in the slopestyle and big air events. She has one final event, the halfpipe, remaining Saturday and has an opportunity to add to her total. Gu has been the subject of global criticism since her decision to represent China dating back to the original decision in 2019 and her first Winter Olympics in Beijing in 2022. This year, that criticism has ramped up as she has won 2 silver medals and even responded to a question about President Donald Trump criticizing US Olympian Hunter Hess for being critical of the current state of America. "I'm sorry that the headline that is eclipsing the Olympics has to be something so unrelated to the spirit of the Games. It really runs contrary to everything the Olympics should be," Gu told reporters Monday. "The whole point of sport is to bring people together. One of the very few common languages, that of the human body, that of the human spirit, the competitive spirit, the capacity to break not only records, but especially in our sport, literally the human limit. How wonderful is that?" Gu also claimed she had been caught in the crossfire herself. "As someone who has got caught in the crossfire before, I feel sorry for the athletes," Gu said. "I hope that they can ski to their very best." Vice President J.D. Vance weighed in on the controversy surrounding Gu in an interview Tuesday on Fox News, The Story with Martha McCallum. "In the world of elite sports, where milliseconds separate glory from heartbreak and podiums are painted in gold, silver, and bronze, perspective is everything. For some, silver is a symbol of falling short. For others, it is a testament to resilience, mastery, and the razor-thin margins that define greatness. When Eileen Gu, freestyle skiing prodigy, global icon, and one of the most recognized athletes of her generation, won silver instead of gold at a major competition, the moment that followed became more talked about than the medal itself. A reporter's question framed the result as a disappointment. Gu's response reframed the narrative entirely. Her reaction, calm, sharp, and unwavering, sparked a viral wave across social media. But beyond the trending clips and headlines, the exchange revealed something deeper, the collision between outdated expectations and a new era of athlete empowerment. The question that lit the fuse. After securing silver in a high-stakes freestyle skiing event, Gu stepped into the media zone as she always does, composed, articulate, and self-aware. The competition had been fierce. The tricks were daring. The margins were narrow. She had delivered a performance most athletes would celebrate for a lifetime. Then came the question. Instead of asking about the technical challenge of her run, the innovation behind her trick selection, or her strategy under pressure, the reporter asked her how it felt to win silver instead of gold, implying disappointment, perhaps even failure. It was a subtle framing, but a powerful one. The premise was clear: silver is second best. Silver is almost. Silver is not enough. Gu did not bristle. She did not snap. She did something more effective: she dismantled the premise. Calling the framing a ridiculous perspective, she challenged the assumption embedded in the question. Winning silver, she explained, was an achievement. The competition was stacked with world-class talent. Margins were razor-thin. In elite sport, standing on the podium at all is extraordinary. Her response was not defensive. It was declarative. And that distinction is what made it viral. The weight of gold. Gold has always been the symbol of ultimate success. From Olympic medals to corporate metaphors, gold standard, going for gold, the narrative is deeply embedded in global culture. Anything less is often viewed as incomplete. But in elite sport, the difference between gold and silver can be less than a fraction of a point. A minor wobble. A slightly cleaner landing. A judge's subjective impression. For spectators, it's easy to categorize. For athletes, it's an ecosystem of precision, sacrifice, and risk. Gu, who has already secured multiple gold medals in her young career, understands the symbolism of gold better than most. But she also understands process, growth, and context. Silver is not a fall from grace. It is evidence of being among the best in the world. When the reporter framed silver as something to justify, Gu reframed it as something to celebrate. That reframing struck a chord. A new generation of athletes. Eileen Gu belongs to a generation of athletes who are redefining what it means to compete publicly. They are not just performers of physical feats, they are storytellers, brand builders, and cultural influencers. Unlike athletes of previous eras, today's competitors often speak directly to millions of fans through social media. They shape their own narratives. They understand media framing. And they are not afraid to push back. Gu's response was not just about one medal. It was about narrative control. For decades, media coverage of athletes has often leaned on dramatic binaries: triumph or tragedy, hero or disappointment, gold or failure. The gray areas, the nuance, the context, the incremental progress, are less clickable. But audiences are evolving. Fans increasingly appreciate transparency, authenticity, and emotional intelligence. Gu's composed rebuttal resonated because it felt grounded in reality rather than theatrics. She did not attack the reporter. She attacked the framing. And that made all the difference. The viral ripple effect. Within hours, clips of the exchange circulated across platforms. Comment sections filled with support. Many praised her maturity and confidence. Others pointed out how common it is for female athletes in particular to face subtly dismissive or reductive questioning. The phrase, ridiculous perspective, became a rallying point. Why should an athlete have to justify standing on a podium?